Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, or welcome if you're new here. Thank you for stopping by. I really do appreciate your support on the channel. It means the absolute world to me. So today is going to be my weekly shop my stash. So the light is driving me crazy. Right, that's much better. That light was driving me crazy. So the thing is with the light, I've said this before in another video, it has that many small LEDs on it. It's just going through power so much. So luckily I found a battery charger that I bought years ago for an old camera that took batteries. So I've got rechargeable batteries, but I have to kind of make sure it only takes 2 luckily, and that's probably why it's going through the batteries so quickly. So yeah, that's that. Let's just pop these ones in because these need to be charged up now. So I would say it's a good buy, guys, this camera light that I got from eBay. I would definitely say it's a good buy, but you need to have one of these basically, because if you didn't have one of these you'd be constantly buying AA batteries. I think you get about half an hour's power and then it kind of completely dims on you, so we don't want that. So let's talk about what this video is. It's my weekly shop my stash. So what we're going to do is turn the camera around. I'm going to show you what I used for last week, and we're going to choose some products for the upcoming week, what Pretty Random has chosen out for me. So let's do that. Right, so here we are. So let me take you to the drawers. Okay, so we've got my pad here. I'm just going to put that to the side for a second because we don't need that just yet, because I'm going to talk to you about last week's shop my stash products. I think firstly I'm going to talk to you about this one. So this one is the Too Faced Sugar Peach Wet and Dry Face and Eyeshadow Palette. Now this time I used it just as a face palette, and I used it a lot, guys. I probably used it about half of the week. So yeah, it's the Too Faced Sugar and Peach. I mean, you can see just how much I've used this highlighter here. I just used it so much. And then the blushers, I used that one and that one together, and you can see there as well that the TF sign is being worn away. This one here I've not really used. I thought it was more like a bronzer, but I did a video for Agora and it looks more like a blush topper as well. So yeah, it's just a really beautiful palette. Smells gorgeous, and I'm glad I've got it in the collection. So that is going back. Unfortunately I would love to have kept it out for another week, but Pretty Random has chosen a different palette for me to use this upcoming week. I only used this a couple of times, this Revolution and Imagination Highlight to the Moon palette. I don't want to show you the progress because we'll be doing that in a project pen update on the 26th, or as close to the 26th as I can get. Right, so this is the first drawer. Shall we zoom in a bit? So this is kind of all my base products. Right, so we had the primer, the Japanese primer. It's really nice. I used it a couple of times. Well, I used it probably more than a couple of times. This one is the Radiance primer. Like I said, really nice. I used it quite a bit, but I feel like I use this more just because I want this one out of the collection. It's the Ole Henriksen Truth Banana Bright Face Primer. I don't like it, guys. I don't know why. I just expected it to have more brightness to it than it does, and it's more of a skincare product for me, so I kind of use it as a skincare product, and £28 isn't really expensive for a skincare product, but it's expensive for a primer. So this is going to stay in until I've used it all up. Then we've got the Sleek Berkist Illuminator. I really like this one as well. We're about down here now. So yeah, this one is in the shade Monaco. I've had it for a hot second. So yeah, it's really nice, but it's going back and where it cut off. But we was just talking about the Sleek Berkist Illuminator. I kept this in here as well. It's the Symbiosis London AHA and RNA glycolic acid overnight rejuvenating eye serum. And You can use it for overnight, but you can also use it for like during the day as a day cream as well, which is what I've been doing. And I've noticed like my under eye area is a lot more hydrated by using it. I wouldn't pay £102 for it though. I mean, come on, it's just a small little tube. It's like 15 mils or 0.50 fluid ounces, you know. I don't think it's worth what they're asking, but I'm glad that I got to try it before I cancelled my glossy box. And then we've got this NYX Born to Glow. So this is kind of a unofficial project pan. I'm having to double it over to squeeze it out, and then I'm gonna probably cut into it to make sure I get every last drop out of it. So yeah, we're nearly done with that. This is nearly done as well. So I've took the stopper out. I took the stopper out ages ago. So it's the PS My Perfect Colour Liquid Concealer, medium coverage, and that one is in porcelain, and I won't bring another concealer in until I've used this one up. This one is also kind of unofficial project pan. It's just the Benefit, what is this called, eye brightener. Then we've got another project pan thing, so it's the Essence Brighten Up Banana Powder. This one is an unofficial project pan. I think I'm going to put this back though. I mean, that's what it looks like. I could continue to use it until it's completely used up, but I can't get it at the moment. Beauty Bay don't have it, so what I'm going to do is bring something else in instead of that. Then I have this NYX, oh, nearly dropped it, NYX eyeshadow base. I am so happy with this, guys. I've hit baby pan. Look, can you see it? Hit baby pan on it just there. So yeah, I'm so happy. Once I've used that one, I've got kind of like a dupe for it, this W7 Get Set, and then I'll just buy an eye primer once I've used both of them. But I want to use both of them before I bring anything else in. Right, second drawer down is bronzers and blushers. So we'll talk bronzers first. So I use this Cargo one more than I use the Revolution Highlight to the Moon palette. So yeah, I really enjoyed it. It's definitely my shade. It's probably one of the lightest bronzers in my collection. So yeah, I really do like that. That'll be going back. This one stays in. It's part of Project Pan. I've spoken about this before. So the corset's dry as anything. Hardly any colour comes off it. See, I keep rubbing it onto the hand and you can barely see anything. But this bit here is really nice, and it's a glowy bronzer. So I want to try and get this out, and then I can kind of call it done. Right, so now we'll move on to blushers. So we used this one a couple of times. It's the Kiko Desert Dunes Trio in 03 Impulsive Mauve. So Pretty Random chose that one out for me. That one can go back. I think I used this a couple of times as well, or maybe just once. This is the Clinique 01 Ginger Pop. That can go back. This one is the Anastasia Peachy Love Trio. I absolutely love this. I used this a couple of times. I mixed them once and then I just used that on one occasion. I've not used this one yet, just because we're not in summer, and I like to use that coral orange one for summertime. And then I think I used this one once as well. So this one is the Too Faced Love Flush Love Hangover, because Pretty Random chose it out for me, and yeah, I used that. So that's the second drawer down, so it's just the third drawer we need to go through now. Right, so this one, Pretty Random has kept it in for another week, so I didn't really, I knew that was coming, so I only used it I think once, maybe twice. It's absolutely lovely. It's a lovely highlighter. Really pigmented, really beaming. So that's that. So we'll leave that in because I know that one's being kept in, along with this one, this Colourpop Stola Show, because I had a look at the products earlier, what was being kept in and what wasn't, and I hit baby pan on this one this week as well. You can just see it there. You can see it more now. So that's it there. That's like a white gold shade, and now you can see the baby pan more. That's that. And what I did with that one when I used it, I think I only used it once, but I put this one over the top. So it's a technique, Get Gorgeous, just to kind of make it more pigmented. I'll show you what this one looks like. This one is really, really good for pale skin girls, and honestly guys, you cannot see any kind of blemishes or anything like that. It doesn't show any texture is what I'm trying to say, whereas these two do. That one's going back. And then we've got the MAC Beaming Blush. I absolutely adore this one. It's absolutely stunning, but it has to go back. I used this a couple of times, I think. It's just a really unique highlighter. That's that one there. Can you see how unique it is? What else? I think the Real Project Pan. Yeah, we've got the Lunch Money Project Pan one, the Soft and Gentle one, and then this one is just like a liquid. I'll show you what it looks like. It's by CLE, and it's the Essence Moonlighter Cushion Hybrid Sharing Technology, and that's what it looks like. I'm not going to do a swatch of it, but that's what it looks like. And then the last drawer is just brow products and mascaras and lip products, so we don't need to go into that. So basically all these products here are going to go away, and then we'll go through what Pretty Random wants me to use this week. Right, so I don't know if it was recording then, but I've just put this Too Faced Born This Way Ethereal Setting Powder back. I was using that pretty much all week. There's not much left, to be honest. Once I finish that, I want to get the Hourglass, is it Hydra Veil or something like that? We'll put in this one back as well. I'm going to pick something else for that. And I was just saying, it's telling me to use the Ole Henriksen primer, which I will do because I obviously want it out of the collection like I said earlier. But last week I also chose the Japanesque one, which is that one. So I thought about, because I don't really know how I feel about this one, this Becca Backlight Priming Filter. Everyone raves about it, don't they? And I just didn't know when I used it just how I felt about it, so I thought about bringing this one in as well. Foundation. So we've got this one, but I don't know how long it's going to last, so it's probably best to bring in another foundation. And it's telling me the PS My Perfect Colour. Not a lover of this one, to be honest. I think it's quite matte. I've had it a while, so yeah, we're going to have to bring it out. So it's the PS My Perfect Colour Perfect Finish Foundation, medium to full coverage, natural finish, antioxidant with vitamin E in, and it's in the shade Porcelain. It was only £2.50. I mean, what can you expect? Most foundations cost more than that. So pressed powder is the Essence All About Matte one. I don't really need a pressed powder just because I've got that banana powder, but I've not used this in a long time, so I thought I would bring it in. It's just a white transparent one, so yeah, we'll bring that in. Then the loose powder is the one that I really don't like, that's in the collection, and you may say, well, why don't you declutter it then? Well, that's just wasteful. I want to use it up and then just not buy it again. So it's this one. So it's the Collection Sheer Loose Powder. The reason I don't like it is it smells heavily of talc. It really helps with like my pores. I've got quite enlarged pores around the nose area, so it helps with that. I would say it's quite dark. I wouldn't say that's transparent. It's like more of a foundation colour. But yeah, we're going to be bringing that in for the week. And then the only under eye setting powder I've got is this Becca one, so we're going to be using that for the week. So this is the Becca Under Eye Brightening Setting Powder. I haven't noticed that it brightens, to be honest, guys. So yeah, we'll use that. Okay. Okay, right. So liquid illuminator, L'Oreal True Match. So we're going to be using that. I'm sure I've used this recently. This one is in the shade Icy Glow. I really do like it, so I'm not mad at the fact that I have to use it again this week. Bronzer, the Sephora one in the shade Seychelles. I've not used this in a long time. I don't know if I like it. Part of me thinks that it's only in the collection because I got it from Portugal and it's quite nostalgic. I went with my mum and I think that's why it's still there. So we're going to test it out. I've got the Revolution one if I don't like it. So yeah, we'll bring that in for the week. And then is it just blushes and highlighters? Yeah, so we need to go over to the bigger collection. So this is what we've got so far. So we need to go over to the bigger collection and get the other products. So let's do that. Okay, so let's start off with blushers. So Colourpop Jellyfish. Not a lover of this, I don't think, but we'll use it. And I know which one it is because I've only got one Colourpop blush. So that's what it looks like. It looks very bright. Next one is MUA Blush. And I've not used this one in a very, very long time. It's just a cream. It's like a coral. So it's better for like summertime, but obviously we're approaching spring, so can use that one. Then it says Nose Orgasm. That's already in the drawer. And then we've got Beauty Crop Orion Glow. That could be anywhere. Oh, it's here. So I got this in Birchbox. I've not used it that much, so yeah, we'll be using that. They're both shimmery blushers, so yeah, that one. And then highlighters. So it says Revolution XX Reactive. That's already in the drawer from last week. Ofra Moondance. It's here. See, it's choosing things that I've used recently, but I do really like these two highlighters that it's chosen, so I don't feel bad using them. I mean, they are new as well. They're pretty new to the collection, so yeah, I'd like to use them a bit more. Whoops. Real Hair. That's a small one. Could be anywhere. Oh, it's here. So this also came from Birchbox, I think. So that looks like that. That's quite a golden highlighter. Colourpop Stola Short is already in the drawer. Right, so the face palette it's telling me to choose is the one from Smashbox. So let's go down and get that one. I don't think you're going to be able to see it. It's just in this middle drawer. Right, so this is what that looks like. So I used all the highlighter up a while ago, but we've got the bronzer. So if that bronzer from Sephora isn't any good, we've got this. I know I like this bronzer. Then we've got these 4 blushers, which are quite nice. So in theory, I don't actually need all them blushers, but it's telling me to use them. It's telling me to use them, so yeah, I'll keep them in the collection just in case. Right, what else? Lipstick. So now it's lipsticks. Let's go over to the vanity. Right, so we've got all this. Let's put this away first. I'm just going to put this Smashbox one just there, because that's what I did last week. Right, so I'll get all the drawers out. Foundation. Powders. I think the top drawer is definitely the one that holds the most. Right, so let's just go through it and then we'll choose lipstick. So let's go through with what we're going to be using for this week. So we're going to be using this Smashbox Crush and Blush palette. So we've got a lot of blushes and a bronzer. Then the base products that we've got for this week. So we've got the NYX Born to Glow for foundation, that always stays in here. The PS My Perfect Colour Perfect Finish foundation. The Essence All About Matte Fixing powder. The Collection Sheer Loose powder. The Ole Henriksen Truth Banana Bright primer. The Becca primer. The L'Oreal True Match illuminator. What else? Then all the other things are just products that tend to stay in here all the time. Blushes. So new blushes that have been put in for this week is the one from the Beauty Crop in Orion, the MUA blush stick, Colourpop in Jellyfish. Then we've got bronzer in Seychelles by Sephora. And then highlighters for this week are Ofra Moondance by Madison Miller. The Real Hair Goddess. The Colourpop Super Shock Installer Show. And the Revolution XX in the shade Reactive. So that's everything like face wise that we're going to use this week. So now we're moving on to lipsticks. So we've got a mixture, we've got high-end ones in drugstore, so we'll do the high-end ones first that are on this little rotating spinner. So the first one is Hug Me, that's Velvet Teddy. That's Creamy Your Coffee, so it must be this one. Yeah, Hug Me. I'll do some swatches of the lipsticks. So it's that really nice neutral nude shade with like a pink undertone, and it's a cream sheen one. What else? Too Faced Melted Matte in Sellout. That's Child Star. Oh, it's really nice. It's a similar shade, I think. I will do a little swatch of this. Yeah, they are very similar. I think the Sellout shade is just a tiny bit darker, but look at that, they're definitely from the same colour family, aren't they? So that's that. The next one is NARS Damage. That's Dolce Vita. Must be this one then. So that's what that one looks like. It's a bit darker. I don't actually think I like this, to be honest. It's very sheer, but I'm going to use it, and if I don't like it then I'm going to declutter it. And then we've got a couple of drugstore ones, so I need to get my drugstore acrylic thing out. So yeah, let's go and do that. Okay, so I've just got this acrylic thing out. I've got a feeling only one of them are in here though. I think the other one is back in that higher end one. It is drugstore, don't get me wrong, it's from Marks and Spencer's. It's by Rosie for autograph, but it cost the same price as a MAC lipstick, so I think that's why I put it in the higher end lipsticks. So it's saying Kiko White Bullet 04, is it this one? Yeah. So that's what it looks like. It's a red, so I'm glad it's pulled a red out for me. And I've not used this in a very long time. I'll swatch you here. Isn't that beautiful? It's like really glossy. It's not mask appropriate though. I mean, I can only really wear that when I don't have anywhere to go, like the shop, which I pretty much go to every single day. But that's the 4 of them. Let's get... What I'm going to do is I'm just going to get the Rosie for autograph lipstick rather than bringing the rotating spinning lipstick thing on the table. Right, so I've got it. So it's this one. So it is a bit bougie. It's not really similar to any of those, which is good. So I'm just going to pop it here. So that's it there. That is real pretty. I can't really show you the ones I wore last week because they're not, they must be in bags because they're not here. I'll show you how I store these though. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 5 lipsticks for you to use in the upcoming Shop My Stash. So let me just pop this one away and then I'll show you how I store the lipsticks. Okay, so this is the lipstick holder that holds all my lipsticks. This was one of the shades that I used last week. That can go back into my project pan now. I might just leave it out actually. This was another shade. I didn't even get around to using it, so it's the Oh Sweetie. I'm going to put that away though for now. I did use this, but this is Project Pan, and I also used this I think once. That's Project Pan. I don't know where the other lipsticks are that it asked me to use. I think they'll be in my handbag. So yeah, let's pop these ones away. So we've got the Too Faced Melted Matte, that can go there just at the back. That one can go there, that's the Rosy for Autograph. The MAC one can go in front of that. Then the NARS one can go at the back here. And then the Kiko one can go next to the NARS. So yeah, we've just about got enough room for them. So yeah, this is where I store it, and then every week we change them out. So if you've watched any of these Shop My Stash before, you will have seen how I store them, but I just thought I would show you again. So this concludes the video, guys. Thank you so much for watching today. I really appreciate your time on the channel. It means the absolute world to me. Please like, it really does help out the channel. Please subscribe if you're not already subscribed. Please click the notifications bell, share and comment, and I will see you in my next one. Bye guys.